Alright. Well, we beat up those pirates. And I guess we didn't see Cosetti there. I mean, I guess it's because she's with Pact, right? We did last see her with Cullen, I think. But well, Cullen's dead. So maybe she's still with Pact officially in some other way? I thought like I assumed that they temporarily joined forces, but maybe her and her crew are officially Pact soldiers, or maybe just Pact mercenaries of some sort now, you know? Let's just use some more money now. Oh, and I remember the tsundere assassin. Her name is Ikari. Why do I always keep forgetting people's names? Even though I read the dialogue, I guess I don't really read out their names. I don't really remember. Ikari. Which reminds me actually of Icarus, right? Ikari, Icarus. Is there some connection there, or is it just coincidence that they start with Ika, Ikari, Icarus? I don't know. We are aboard the Sunrider. You know, Icarus was the one who flew too close to the sun. Anyway, we have 3,000 bucks. I guess we can upgrade her evasion like one time. I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe it is. Increasing kinetic energy costs. Improving that would be useful, because I think it costs like 66 energy to attack with the kinetic weapons on the Sunrider. I want it to be 60 so we can attack twice. That would be useful. Again, for destroying ships and whatnot.
Thank you, Captain. We'll get started.
Let's see. We'll go here. Is there anything we can buy here? We can buy like an Alliance cruiser, and I guess if a cruiser dies, like we lose it maybe, or does it come back? I'm not sure. Make some gravity gun. I haven't had much use. I haven't had much use for the gravity gun though, so I don't know if that's worth it. Moving more. Vanguard upgrade. That's like, I mean, I only use the Vanguard kind of like once, and sometimes not even at all. So I'm not sure if I want to get a Vanguard upgrade. Repair drone probably be useful, but I want to use it. I want to contribute that to just upgrade. So, I just want something sustainable, I guess, when it comes to like
Welcome to research.
upgrading stuff in this game. So there's some cheap upgrades. I mean, increasing health. I mean, we can just go for like some cheap ones instead. Okay, but first, let's see. Kinetic energy costs. Let's upgrade it once. Let's see, 200, right? I want to see how much that
Captain.
reduces the costs. So what we can do, I think, is go to skirmish, right? And let's see.
Issue your command.
Go here. Maybe add an enemy. I don't know. Well, fine. Let's just do this one. Put some. Put it there. Yeah. Okay. Start.
Issue your command.
And kinetic. 62. So still not enough energy cost reduction. Let's load.
Welcome to research and development.
And we spend some more money to decrease the cost one more time. No, in fact, I didn't see it. There's a, I didn't need to check. There's a graphic right there below the menu. I don't know. I guess I didn't notice. But that's very useful, actually. Yeah, 59 energy instead. So let's upgrade one more time. Good. Bit of an idiot. Didn't notice the UI just telling me the stuff I need to know. And increasing this probably be a good idea too, so I can use the lasers twice. Then again, all the enemies we've been facing have a lot of shields already, so I don't know if lasers any useful. Maybe. Maybe. Missile damage. Flak resistance. I guess the missiles itself having flak resistance. Which, by the way, we should increase. But again, 500. 500 bucks. I don't know. Do you have any flak? Actually, yeah, you can't. Yeah, some of the riders just don't have any flak capabilities. Such as this one too. This Bianca also doesn't have any flak. Because I guess they don't have any assault guns. I guess the flak guns are basically like assault guns. Flak also 500. Flak also 500. What do I want to upgrade? What do I want to upgrade? The paladin is in a good spot, I think. Yeah, she can shoot like kinetic twice. That's just good overall. Can't really do much with her. I mean, maybe shield upgrade. I mean, kinetic accuracy maybe? I actually did already upgrade some of her accuracy. She still is not very good though. Her kinetic weapon still doesn't really hit all that often, however. What was her... Actually, let me... Because I upgraded the energy cost, and maybe I shouldn't have. Because all I really need her to do is just shoot twice. Right? Or be able to shoot twice.
Welcome to research and
For kinetic weapons. That's enough for me. Let's sell that, and let's see. Yeah, 60 energy, that's fine. Just keep her at 60 energy. I guess I wasted some money there, but just keep it at 60 energy because she has 120 energy, meaning she can just hit twice with the kinetic weapon. That's all that matters to me. Let's see here. Missing flag. Maybe. Or just health in general. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on just survivability, I think. So increase some of your armor. Just some cheap stuff. Stuff that costs about 100 to 200. So, like... Here you go. A little bit more health. Armor, 500, nah. Increase your health a little, or well, Sunrider, which is us. Health. Some more health. And some armor. And some armor. And some health. And some armor probably. And some health. And some armor. Why not? Yeah, I already upgraded some heal. I have some more health. And I have some more armor. A little bit more armor. Why not? Some more health. There you go. Some more armor. Alright. Everyone just got slightly upgraded in their defensive capabilities. Yeah, 3,000 for more evasion. That's a lot. Maybe more kinetic. Well, it says here 12 damage to 12 damage. It's not a lot. I mean, that's nothing actually. That increases nothing. That does nothing. I mean, you're gonna be our dodge tank, right? So, more armor. Here you go. Alright.
Thank you, Captain.
I think that's... I mean, I don't know if that's good or not, but... Just overall, just better survivability slightly. Maybe that'll make the difference. Who knows? Right, I think we already did most of the... Yeah, we did 2 of the side missions. We can't do Farport, because that's just way too difficult. I don't know, does that go away? If we continue on the main mission? I'm not sure. Well, is there anything else here? No. And of course, Sarah is taken over by Pact. Yep. That's all we can do for side missions. So we click on this play button to continue on the main mission. Change of plans, Ava. We're en route to Ongus. The Admiral wishes to meet us in person there. You better iron out the wrinkles on your uniform then. Ongus isn't that far from Sarah. At the rate we're going, maybe we'll be back home in time for the new year. Better not jinx it, Captain. Sarah's still a long ways yet. What's the situation at Ongus? The Alliance liberated it from Pact last week. Ongus is best known for its vast Ongusite. Ongusite? So many just made-up terms, I guess. Well, I'm pretty sure that's just science fiction mumbo-jumbo. Ongusite reserves. Ongusite is a rare ore which can be found nowhere else in the galaxy. Just a drop of liquid Ongusite is more valuable than an entire barrel of crude fuel. Due to its resources, Ongus has had a long and troubled history. First conquered by the Ryuvians, then by the New Empire, then by Pact. Ongus has been the target of virtually every spacefaring power for as long as recorded history. The liquid Ongusite, or Ongusite, I don't know how to pronounce it. Liquid Ongusite. I hear it's almost magical. No, there's nothing magical about it. It does have numerous military applications though, including powering warp drives and riders. It can also be converted into a super dense solid used in the manufacture of high-grade armor and munitions. The Alliance devoted considerable resources in taking it from Pact. The Battle of Ongus lasted 5 days between 9 fleets, hundreds of thousands of casualties on both sides. Makes Farport seem small in comparison. We're ready to warp out on your word, Captain. Alright, thanks for the report. Oh, I guess, yeah, that's just, I guess, a debriefing. Here's the save again. And then, I guess, we go here. Ongus. Class 7 Rocky. 38 billion population. It's by Cossetti. If hell had a sewage pit, then it'd be Ongus on a good day. Cossetti Cosmos. Renowned space pirate. Is this like the internet where she just, like, people just quote her, or is this like a social media thing? She like posted on Twitter and this is just what her quote of her or something? I don't know, whatever. Ongus is a filthy world with a long history of colonial exploitation. Ongusite ore can be refined to liquid Ongusite, a valuable chemical used in warp drives and munitions, conquered by the Ruling Empire, the Ancient Era, then by the New Empire, the Modern Era, perpetually treated as slaves. Lack of civic planning, technology, medical care, and education has led to the development of massive, overpopulated, disease-ridden slums throughout Ongus. To this day, countless nations and corporations exploit Ongus for its rich Ongusite reserves. It's the center of the most of the galaxy's organized crime syndicates. Countless Ongusians or Ongusians seek an escape from poverty by signing with local pirate groups. Many meet their untimely deaths not long after. Well, time to hold a meeting here, I guess, with the Admiral. I don't know if it's a safe planet to have like a military meeting in, but I guess why not? Warp complete, Captain. We have arrived at Ongus. Ease us into port, Ava. Understood, Captain. Slow to 1/10 power, Ensign. We're to dock at Stargate 32B. Contact Alliance Control and request permission to dock. I better get ready to take the Admiral on board. You have the bridge, Ava. Understood, Captain. Okay. I guess we meet here. Attend hut! Admiral, allow me to introduce Captain Kato Shields. It is my privilege to serve under him on board the Sunrider. Captain Shields, a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Likewise, Admiral Gray. Welcome to Ongus. It's good to hear Ongus has been liberated. The Alliance's progress in the war has been impressive thus far. The war is far from won, but the tide is on our favor. Still, we mustn't become overconfident. The situation is still precarious. The Venusaur has held back his greatest fleets from a direct confrontation so far, undoubtedly waiting for us to get arrogant and make careless mistakes. I'll talk more in my office, but first, we've prepared a tour of the ship. Do show me around, Captain. I hear your ship is one of the finest in the Neutral Rim. Meanwhile, since the defeat at Farport, the Alliance has been steadily pushing our forces back. Our greatest fleets still hold position over Ryuvia and Serra. As for the others, was it wise to allow the Alliance to take Ongus? The people of Ongus have been oppressed for so long. It troubles me to imagine of what horrors the Alliance may oppose upon the Ongusians. Fontana, when one plays the game of chess, smaller pieces must be sacrificed to win. The Alliance fleet far outnumbers our own. We cannot meet them head on. But they are not united under one purpose as we are. We will slowly whittle down their will until dissent within our own ranks sabotages their efforts. The people of the Alliance are strangers to the necessities of war. Just like the Imperials, they are addicted to their own opulence. Once the people of the Alliance realize the sacrifices they must make to fight a distant war in the Neutral Rim, they will begin to question their cause. They are merely an unruly mob, content to live their lives in the riches of the core worlds. We will take away their wealth, their comfort, their luxuries. And once we have done that, the Alliance will be destroyed from within, not by our own cannons, but by its own greed. And that is when we will strike. What of our own citizens? Our ships are crimson because they have been forged with our own blood. You have been a loyal advisor, our Fontana. You were a mere slave boy when we first met. Now, you are our trusted right hand. My leader, we will entrust the destruction of the Sunrider to you. While it is merely one ship, we will fear it will interfere with our plans again, as if they're the main characters or something. Bring the princess back to us, but kill the rest of them. It has just arrived at Ongus. Take your best ships and draw it out. Captain Shields is young, but still a formidable enemy. Do not underestimate him, or you will meet the same fate which befell Colin. Understood, my leader. Arcadius's hologram disappeared. The true Arcadius fought for the protection of the hungry and poor. Is this truly what he would have wanted? You have a fine vessel here, Captain. The rumors I've heard of the camaraderie against your crew do no justice to what you have done here. Well, we're the last vessel of Sarah, Admiral. We're the only family we have. I hope you have received the supplies you requested. Contact me personally if you're in need of additional resources. Well, thank you, Admiral. My first officer informs me that our resupply operations are going well. The Alliance is a great and benevolent nation, Captain. I grew up listening to the stories of my ancestors, or rather, not ancestors, but not plural but singular, stories of my ancestor, the High Admiral Madeline Gray, the hero who unified the fleets of 100 worlds to defend Solaris from the Imperials. The Alliance was an agreement between free worlds to unify against the tyranny of the Empire. We were born to protect our freedoms from dictators. And now, it is our duty to take up arms once more, this time against the madman Arcadius, who threatens to paint the entire galaxy red. We are the greatest force of freedom in the history of the galaxy. Even in the midst of war, we are conducting our elections as we speak. Oh, my best wishes for your candidacy. I have no desire to become a politician, Captain, but becoming the president of the Alliance will allow me to finally reform our government. Too many lives have been lost because of the inaction of the Solar Congress. Instead of a bold statesman, our politicians have become like little children on a playground, squabbling about irrelevant issues. We must win this war quickly. I do not wish to see our best and brightest die needlessly because of a lack of political will at Solaris. In any matter, let me speak of the real reason why I called you here. I understand you have experience fighting pirates, Captain. We do. A certain pirate girl seems to have a thing for me. Good, because she's here at Ongus. Oh, Cassetti. You are to find her and put an end to her, for good. Hunting pirates is our specialty, Admiral. We'll take care of it. Ongus is Cosmos's home turf. She knows this area like the back of her hand. Be careful, and Godspeed, Captain. Well, that concludes our meeting. It was my pleasure having you on board. Lieutenant, do take care of a good captain for us. Understood, sir. Well then, I do believe it's time I return to work. Ah! Admiral, are you injured? I'm fine. The hell was that? Captain, we need you on the bridge. Damn! Kriska, secure the Admiral. Sir. Let go of me. I said I'm fine. Now what's going on? A report. There was just an explosion from within the station, Captain. And our systems? No damage to report. Put our riders on alert. Power weapons. Damn. The fuel tanks on board that station are loaded with liquid Ungasetti. If those ignite... Emergency dust-off. Disconnect all our docking clamps. Aye, Captain. Hitting reverse thrusters. Ah. Report. The liquid on Gesserit containers have burst. We managed to avoid the worst of it, but the station has been catastrophically damaged. This is Gesserit Cosmos, terror of the stars. To all Solar Alliance imperialists, leave this planet at once. Our Unganseti is not for you. You will die fighting to the last ship before become part of your empire. Scramble our riders. Negative, Captain. It was just a pre-recorded message. Psychological warfare, huh? No. An act of terrorism. Now you've seen the threat that this woman poses to the war effort. I expect her to be dealt with. Understood, Admiral. We know how to handle her. I guess that was like a bit of a ambush? Sort of? More like, I don't know, an act of sabotage? Like an attempt at sabotage? Anyway, we can talk to a bunch of people. Let's talk to Asaga. Looking to the stars, Captain? Yeah. I noticed you like doing that. Now my secret's been exposed. Hey, Asaga, a question. What? What do you suppose an ideal starship captain would be like? Oh, super handsome with princely looks? Aside from looks, you dork. Hey! Well, I guess he'd be super good with navigation and all that, and be knowledgeable with weaponry. Not to mention pretty smart with rider operation too. That wasn't what I was asking. Don't worry about it. It was my fault for even asking. Sorry. Shields turned around to leave. And I think my ideal captain would be the sort of person who stands for doing what's right, no matter the cost. Someone who stands not for the established order, but who fights on behalf of the poor and weak. Someone who is heroic. A captain who will uphold the truth and fight not to win, but for the name of justice. Someone willing to make the ultimate sacrifice if it means saving the lives of innocents. Someone who believes in the goodness of humanity, who believes no matter what happens, everything will turn out alright in the end. A hero of justice. Well, we all try to be like that, but it's not so easy in real life. I never said it was, Captain. But aren't all things worth having in life hard to get? I guess that's true. Thanks, Asaga, for that. Anytime, Captain. Doing what's right, huh? In the very beginning, I tried to be like cold and heartless, not always doing the right thing, because all I really wanted was revenge, right? Or at least that's the idea. I wanted to make Kaito just be obsessed with revenge and all that. But now I'm rethinking it. Maybe I won't be like all all practical and what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Like rational, practical, you know, calculating. I don't know. Because I've learned, like, or at least, you know, again, I mentioned this before, I did a little bit of research on this game, and there are, like, choices that affect what kind of captain you become, I think, right? Anyway. Let's talk to Ava. Any leads as to Cassetti's whereabouts? Not yet. What's the full extent of the damage after her last attack? It slowed the Alliance down, but that was only one of the 6 space stations the Alliance put up around the planet. Security has been stepped up in the other stations. Cassetti won't be able to pull something like that again. Not for a long time. So, how was the rest of the visit? Well, fine. The Admiral wishes to help us. But you're worried about something. It's not just Cassetti on your mind, is it? The Alliance has gotten awfully comfortable here. Those space stations in orbit around Ongus aren't temporary. Those stations are precursors to space elevators. They'll most likely drop tethers down from them to transport Ongaseti ore to orbit. That way they can refine the ore into liquid Ongaseti for warships, and to be transported deeper into the core worlds. The Alliance intends to establish a permanent foothold in this deep in the neutral rim. Well, why wouldn't they? The Battle of Ongus cost hundreds of thousands of lives, and many times more treasure. Would any sane person just leave the Ongaseti alone after committing that much resources to obtain it? Well, this is hardly a liberation. Eloquent debates and good feelings do not win wars, Captain. Fuel and munitions do. Sarah's not far from here. We're fighting to liberate our home. Planting an Alliance flag right outside our doorstep, well, doesn't figure well into our liberation. Ongus is a conflict-ridden dust bowl which has been oppressed by foreigners for as long as written history. Sarah is a free, advanced blue world. We have a history of independent governance, civil rights, and economic diversification. Alright? Anyway, none of those exist on Ungus. Well, I hope you're right. I guess Kaito is worried that we might be next, right? As I said before, what's stopping the Alliance from becoming the new pact if they win the war and, you know, conquer the galaxy and all that? I guess we just have to hope that democracy still lives within the Alliance, but then again, if Admiral Grey becomes the leader, then it'll become very much a militarized government. You know, I don't know, what would you call that? I forgot what you call it. Coup d'etat? No, actually, I don't think that's it. Like a military coup d'etat? I think that's what it's called. You know? Well, then again, it's like, if he gets elected, I mean, that's like, it's not exactly a coup d'etat. Anyway. Well, assuming the election is fair. Captain, it's me. Come in, Chigata. Good day, Captain. Is something the matter? No, Captain, not at all. In fact, things are going so well the engineering staff decided to take a break. I was just wondering, would you like another round of tea? I made some extra pastries and I was thinking they would go well with it. Some more tea time? Sure thing, I always have time for tea with my chief. Captain, please stop calling me that, it doesn't suit me. Oh, sorry. Honestly, Chigata, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for this. I thought my command on board the Sunrider was just going to be for routine patrols. All the Syrian military ever did was interdict smugglers and tangle with some local pirates. I was never trained for this. None of us were. All of our smartest and most experienced captains are dead. All that's left is us, the newest ship in the fleet. I've made some calls here I'm not so sure about. Everything's so much easier in a simulator in officer school. When you actually have to make a call on the spot, it's just impossible. You never know what's gonna happen next. You don't have time to think of the consequences though. It's just a split-second twitch decision. It terrifies me to think that the lives of everyone on the ship depend on nothing more than my guesses. Captain, you've done an amazing job so far. None of us would have made it this far if it wasn't for you. It's a good thing this isn't permadeath. We can like retry missions and all that, because we all would have been dead a long time ago. I remember when Asaga and I were the only ones here. Now we have a hangar full of riders from across the galaxy. Best yet, we're all one family, Captain. And it's because of you. I'm just worried about the Solar Alliance. I hope I don't regret working with them. We all trust you with our lives. I'm sure whatever you do, it'll be the right thing. Thanks, Chigata. I better get going. My staff might need me. Alright, I better get back to work too. If it's alright, may I keep coming here? I enjoy our tea time together. Of course, Chigata. Thank you. I'll see you later, Captain. See you, Chigata. Well, let's talk to Sola first. In the hangar? Captain. Something the matter, Sola? I was having some difficulty with the Seraphim. It seems like some of the parts from the Alliance are not compatible with my systems. That's definitely an issue, huh? Even though we might be able to perform repairs in the hull, a lot of the Seraphim's gadgetry is beyond our tech. I'll try to get Chigata on understanding more of the Seraphim's systems. Even if we don't understand how it works, we might still be able to start replicating parts at least. I'm sorry. I do not wish to cause trouble. Trouble? The Seraphim's abilities are beyond anything we have right now. It's actually our low tech which is causing the trouble here. Further, I wish to thank you, Captain. Even though I am a stranger to this timeline, you have welcomed me as part of your crew. Well, it's the least we can do for our sharpshooter. I do not understand how I survived Charlac's final tear, nor how I found myself millennia in the future, but I am relieved I survived. I no longer wish to return to the great nothingness, but to continue to live, so that I may make new friends. Well, I'm glad to hear. You have yourself to thank for that. I didn't do anything. Well, the strongest form of determination is the kind which comes from your own heart, Sola, not what comes from others. I see. I will remember that. Alright. And I guess we move on. Captain, everything alright with the Paladin? Yes, sir. I've been meaning to talk to you. What's the matter? I understand you've got some concerns about the Alliance. I guess word spreads fast on board the ship. What do you have to say? If you have time, I wanted to show you something. Well, we're still in the middle of resupplying right now. Ava's got everything under control. Alright. What did you want to see? I've arranged to have a shuttle take us to one of the Ongesian orbital colonies. I've received clearance from the Admiral to have you inspect our efforts on Onges personally. Once you've seen what we're doing on Onges, I'm sure you'll change your mind about the Alliance. Alright, so let me contact Ava on the comm. I'll tell her that I'll be leaving for a few hours to inspect the Alliance's occupation firsthand. Thank you, Captain. I'll be waiting here with the shuttle. Welcome to Habitat P4X684, Captain. Interesting. The houses... I mean, I guess they're like, I don't know what you would call them, like... I forgot what you call them, but like, the houses that are very, like, close to each other, you know? Because there's not a lot of living space. Guess, well, I don't know what this is, like, why are they curving like that? Interesting. Shields covered his nose as soon as he got off the shuttle. Are the life support systems defective? We were all shocked when we first arrived here. The colony was built by the new empire to accommodate 10,000 workers for their orbital refineries. As you can tell, the population expanded through the years, and now this cramped station holds over 500,000 people. So I guess we're in the station. So it's not the planet. Well, that's unbelievable. Believe it or not, the smell was even worse when we first arrived. We've installed new air purifiers throughout the station's ventilation system, but even then, I doubt this station can continue to hold so many people. Come this way. I've prepared an inspection of our relief efforts here for you. What about food and medicine? It's as you can imagine. Just clean water is a valuable commodity here. We have dozens of relief vessels coming and going around the clock, but even then, it's been a struggle. Decades of Ongeseti refining have spread toxic chemicals throughout the station. Worse, there are diseases running rampant throughout the station, which have been eliminated in civilized space for centuries. In just a few days since we arrived, we've delivered over 50 metric tons of food to the station and twice as much clean water. We've docked a medical cruiser here to tend to the sick. 4 more have been diverted from the front lines to tend to the people here. We've set up 6 water filtration stations throughout the station, organized neighborhood patrols. Can you see, Captain? This is what tyranny does to innocence. The Alliance is a force of good for the galaxy. We send the tyrants responsible for this packing back home and brought change for the people of Onges. Our compassion and technological know-how make our galaxy a better place, beginning with Onges. You truly believe that? Captain, do you wish to know the truth? I was actually born outside of Alliance space. I saw firsthand what corruption can do to innocents. My family lived in constant fear of the government who demanded all of our livelihoods from us. The same government which never protected us from pirates and yet always found money to spend on terrorizing the populace. The Alliance has stood for freedom and individual choice from the day of its birth. Originally, the Holy Revan Emperors sought to rule the galaxy, but in their quest for power, they destroyed themselves. Then it was the new Empire which sought to rule all of mankind. They fell to our nation. An alliance formed not out of fear or oppression, but out of the universal truth that all humankind has a right to freedom, equality, and opportunity. Every man and woman and child throughout the galaxy deserves to forge their own destiny. That is the only universal truth. Kyoko? You have a visitor. Come here, little girl. What's your name? Kyoko. No. I'm Kato, and this is Kriska. Kato, Kyoko. Alright, what am I saying? Kato, Kyoko, Kriska. We make quite the trio. My mommy says I shouldn't speak with strangers. Your mommy's right, but don't worry, we're not here to hurt you. I was wondering, are you one of the star people? The star people, huh? You could say that, Kyoko. Please, take me away from this place. I don't want to be here. I want to be on a spaceship. I'm sorry, but your mommy would miss you too much if you left. I don't care. Shields knelt down and spoke with the child face to face. I know this place isn't as fun as a spaceship, but you see this lady here? She's the Lieutenant Krister Stairs of the Alliance Navy. Her friends are gonna make this place a better place for you, alright? They'll bring you good food, help you if you ever get sick, they'll plant trees, and maybe one day they might even play or build a playground here. It'll just take some time, alright? You have to be patient. But always remember, you should always stay with your family. Because once you lose them, you never get them back. Okay. Shields patted the girl on the head, pat, and stood. Shall we continue on, Captain? No, I've seen enough already. Let's go back, Lieutenant. What? Why is it Kato? When I'm pretty sure it's Kriska. How do you say her name again? Kriska. I always can't say her name correctly. Kriska. Even though I think it's a typo. I think it's Kriska saying this. Understood, sir. Kyoko, are you gonna sneak on the ship? Shouldn't do that. Perhaps with Alliance intervention, the people of Ongus can finally live in prosperity. How long do you think it'll take to restore a civil society to Ongus? With the war going on, our efforts are limited, but once the war's finished, the Alliance will be able to dedicate more funding into reconstruction as well. Captain, I enlisted for the Alliance fleet to do good. Perhaps we are distrusted in the Neutral Rim, but our intention for the galaxy have always been peaceful. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're kind of biased, but I guess they do good. I don't know. It really depends whether or not Admiral Grey is a good person and won't reform the government into a military dictatorship. You know? Fine. I understand the Alliance is our friend. I'm sorry about any misgivings I had. It's understandable, Captain. I realize we are not liked in the Neutral Rim. We're a nation of merchants, honestly. We have no military ambitions. We merely wish to trade with the galaxy. Suddenly, a group of masked men poured out from an alleyway and surrounded Shields and Kriska. Ah, shit. The two slowly raised their hands as the men drew their rifles. Welcome to Ongus, Captain. Cossetti, how'd you find us? Our little friend pointed us in the right direction. Kyoko! That's him right there. He's the captain. Damn, I got careless. Good job, my little bird. You've earned this platinum. Cassetti tossed a silver coin to the girl. Yay! Take our prisoners into custody, boys. Shields was pushed down to his knees as the gunman tied fasteners around his wrists. You're making a mistake, Cassetti. You should never have brought children into this. Oh no, Captain. By the time I was her age, I killed men twice your size. You're naive. This isn't your cozy core world. This is Ungus, the pet of the galaxy, with a strong prey on the weak. A gunman struck Shields on the back of the head with a rifle. Shields fell to the ground, unconscious. Captain! Take them away. Show them our best. Well. Captain, are you alright? Yeah? Damn pirates. I thought we had secured this habitat. Like you said, there are 500,000 people living here. A perfect place for Cassetti's goons to hide. Steel grinded as the lock on the gate was undone. A burly-looking guard bent into the cell. The boss wants to speak with you. Okay, we won't cause trouble. Kriska stood as well. Not you, just him. Do as he says, Lieutenant. Don't worry, I think Cassetti intends to keep us alive. Use us as leverage. Understood, sir. Be safe. You too. I'll be back. Captain, my most favorite person in the world. Sit down. Are you thirsty? Have some water? Cassetti passed her canteen to Shields. Shields eyed Cassetti. Ah, you pussy. Cassetti snatched the canteen away from him and took a gulp. You see? Shields took a sip. He gagged the liquid back out. The entire camp laughed. What's the matter, Captain? Our water not pure enough for you? Ha! A lifetime of drinking water laced with Gonsetti fucks you up big time. Makes some of us go crazy! Aha! You really like to have crazy eyes. Babies are born with one eye, 6 fingers. Sometimes you vomit blood for no apparent reason. Lucky for me, it just made me stop growing since I was 11. How old do you figure I am, Captain? Shields shrugged. A 100-year-old lowly? No, it's not kind to guess a woman's age. Wise answer. What are you after, Cassetti? As much as I would love to carve you into nice little pieces and mail you back to your pretty little lover back on the Sunrider, you're worth quite a bit to me alive. And I was always more of a businessman than a killer. Ha ha ha. You think it's funny? Your reputation precedes you. You murdered too many civilians to claim you're not a killer. You attacked unarmed cargo vessels, you execute their crew, steal their goods. How are you not a killer? Foreigners have been stealing on Cassetti far more than I have been pillaging the galaxy. Our infants were born monsters, our fathers die in oil refineries, our livelihoods are stolen from us. And those responsible call themselves CEOs, presidents, general managers. Businessmen. Stop this, Cassetti. We can help you. We can help Ungus. Oh, we're just supposed to believe that the Alliance is here to help us, right? They just want to give us food and medicine. Oh my, what benevolence, what generosity. I'm gonna start crying. Help us my ass. They're here for Gonsetti, nothing more. Oh yeah? What about the medical cruiser they just docked? What about all the food and water they've distributed? Nothing but tricks! Don't think that the Imperials never attempted to deceive us. They offered us rights which never came, food which spoiled, technology which broke, fresh water which became tainted with the Gonsetti they constantly refined over our homes. No. The only truth is that greed runs the galaxy. I'm not one of them. I come from a neutral world, just like yours. Listen to me, I have the Admiral's ear. Just give me your demands and we can make amends. I seek independence from my world just as you do. We're in this together. It's too late for that, Captain. Independence or death. All Alliance ships out of Unguess within 48 hours. That is my only demand. You know that won't be possible. We'll hit them until they cannot bear it anymore. They have to burn every habitat in orbit around Unguess before they kill all of us. With each one of us the Alliance kills, our cause will only become stronger. You're mad. Leave the children out of this. At least the children. Not the space children. Cassetti whispered into Shield's ear. When I was a child, my own mother sold me to entertain Imperial soldiers overnight, just for a bottle of fresh water. Then, when I became a teenager, she made me pretend to be a child, merely because the market for teens was saturated. Supply and demand. She was a businessman too. Don't presume you know everything, Captain. You know nothing. Cassetti, I killed her like the bitch she was, and I'll kill anyone else who gets in my way. I am Cassetti Cosmos, terror of the stars. Nobody fucks with me. Nobody. You're making a mistake. Enough of him. Take him back to his cell. Soon, Captain, we'll find out just how much you're worth to the Alliance. Well, Cassetti's pretty crazy. But, well, I mean, she's the result of the environment she grew up in, so whose fault is that? It's not necessarily 100% her fault, but, well, she's still pretty fucked up.